Hello, Divine Feminine. Happy New Year. Sending you so much love. And I want to thank you all for being here and starting 2023 with me. And, just have a wonderful, wonderful year. See this as a new beginning, a clean slate, an opportunity to begin again, to wipe the past away and, just be renewed and reborn. And, we are making a few changes on the channel this year as well. The angels are very clearly guiding me what to do. So I'm going to be changing a few of the videos around, but I'm going to be giving you exactly what you need. And I am going to be more available to be able to do Q&A. So I'm not going to be doing personal readings this year, unless you've already got one booked, okay? But I am going to be doing Q&As moving forward. So powerful, powerful stuff. Now, I thought about what tool I can use for this series, and they're really guiding me to bring in a wonderful book. I've had this book for years and years and years and years, and it's just a beautiful book. And I really want to bring this in to honour the power of heaven. So instead of using a calendar, we're going to use the Daily Guidance from Your Angels book. And this is a book that Doreen created. And, I just think this book is beautiful. And I think this deserves some recognition. And that's why I'm going to use this. So we're going to use the book, and we're going to talk and use decks if they guide me to, or other tools if they guide me to. So we're going to see what's happening and going on. Now, I am also doing a Divine Masculine Power Message series starting today. And that's going to be a message for the Divine Masculine. In the past when I've done the masculine messages, I've been talking about the journey in the masculines, but also talking to the Divine Feminine. And I know that so many of you will be cross-watching to see what's going on with them. But I also want to make masculines feel welcome on the channel and to bring more of them in as they wake up and open up to their mission and their purpose and to their union with you. So that's what I'm doing. I'm welcoming in the masculines by creating a power message for them. So I'm going to be talking to them directly the way I talk to you guys directly when I do your Divine Feminine messages. So let's start then with day one. Day one, powerful, New Year's Day. And, take it easy today, relax. Maybe you're not starting work properly for a few days, or, just ease back into things. And remember that you may not feel different today at all. Apart from the fact that it's a new year, it feels fresh, it feels clean. Maybe it feels a bit hungover, but you're going to feel the main changes occurring when the water rabbit comes in on the 22nd. That's when you're going to feel a big shift forward, a big leap, following the white rabbit, big change coming in. So let's go to day one, okay? It says, know that we're always with you. Now, this is beautiful because today the angels want you to start the year as you want to go on. And that means knowing that you are not alone. Maybe you feel alone. I know it can be hurtful sometimes and painful when you haven't got loved ones around, especially if you've lost your mum or your dad. That can be extremely painful at Christmas time and on New Year's Eve. Or if there's any anniversaries around these times, birthdays or special events or times that you shared with them, or maybe they passed at this time, it can be very, very painful. But the angels want you to know that you are not alone. You are never alone. No matter how you feel, you are supported, protected, loved and guided by beautiful angels. And they want you to know that today. You're never alone, especially in your time of need. So whenever you need something or someone or some guidance, or the angels are there for you. Make this year the best year by getting to know your angels and getting to know your guides and connecting with them. Talking to your guardian angel, allowing their love in, because your life will change. And I know so many of you feel like your lives have changed since you've been connecting with heaven and talking to the angels and feeling the power of mission and service and the love, because they really do change things for us. They help us to know that we can get through anything, that we are warriors of light, that when we feel broken and lonely, the angels give us the strength to carry on. Today Archangel Michael is saying to you, get up warrior, get up soldier. It's another day, a new year. It's a time to be excited about being alive. says, we are next to you. And it's like they're saying you're next. Everything's coming next now. It's the future. We're next to you continuously. That means, eternally you go on. It's not like they come and help you for 5 minutes and then go away. They are with you continuously, sending you supportive and healing energy and signs and awaiting your request for help. God created the angels for you. They are messengers and they are here to help. They are warriors and fighters here to help you with your battles, internal and external, to help you for the good and the bad. To be there for you in the good times, but to support you and lead you and guide you in the bad times. A mere thought on your part, even a passing one, sends us into action on your behalf. So you're being reminded that you don't have to do any big rituals to connect with the angels. You don't have to put your hands together and pray. All you have to do is ask. Sometimes we can say things like, give me strength. Oh, I need to know what to do. What do I do? And you can be saying these things in your mind or out loud or maybe to a friend, and the angels hear your prayer. You've got free will, so you have to ask. But when you think it, you bring it. So it doesn't have to be anything complicated. And remember that moving forward, I remember someone saying to me once that, to connect with archangels, you have to light a specific candle on a specific day and invoke them in. And I said, what absolute hogwash. Hogwash. You can talk to the angels anytime you want. We can all talk to Archangel Michael at the same time because he's non-denominational. He's here for you always. He's listening always. That's his mission. That's why God made him the way he did, without an ego. The archangels don't have egos. They see everything from a much higher place, a place of love and light and peace. And that's what they want you to feel and operate in too. And that's why they've come. Listen in stillness for our guidance. So you're being reminded that when we ask, we pray. So that's when we're talking and connecting and sharing our thoughts and feelings, and our mind can be busy. But when we find the stillness, the silence, the quiet times, that's when we receive. And that's good to know as well, because you may think, oh, well, I'm still in separation from my twin. We're still not communicating. But in the stillness, you receive. So it's through that stillness that you receive your union, that you receive your message or your confirmation of how they feel. Because in the stillness, that's when the magic takes place. So enjoy the silence. That's a song by Depeche Mode, one of my favourite bands who I'm seeing this year. Enjoy the silence. Enjoy the silence. Learn to enjoy it. Because it's an opportunity to connect with your angels, to connect with you, to feel at peace, to feel alive, to feel loved, to feel safe, to feel magic in your life. And that's what they want you to know. So listen in the stillness for our guidance. So the stillness is the forms of meditation that we take. In meditation, I want you to know this moving forward as well. Meditation isn't what society says you should do. So if you think that meditation is lying on the bed, connecting with music or listening to a guided meditation or sitting on the floor with your legs crossed saying Om or any of those things, and that does not work for you, that means it's not your meditation. That works for some, not all, okay? So you may love doing that. I love doing that at times, but not all the time. What I love to do as a form of meditation is go to my favourite place and watch the world go by. And that's where I receive communication from heaven, or the next steps to take, or the motivation to do something. It could also be in the shower. When I have a shower in the morning, I lose myself in there because I'm a water sign, but because we're all connected with water. We are all made up of water. So obviously we're going to feel that water is power in our lives. And water is about emotions and the energy of the moon cycles and the universe. We connect in that way. So if you have a shower or a nice relaxing bath and you love doing that, and you always feel refreshed after, or you know what to do, or you feel like you've been heard, that's because you're in a form of meditation. Meditation for you could be walking in nature, going for a drive. And I don't mean where you're driving and you don't know what you're doing. For some people, driving is very relaxing. You go for a long drive and you feel better, because you're moving around and going somewhere and doing something. So remember, meditation is what works for you. But meditation is really where we feel relaxed and in a calm place or a calm state. Because a calm place, you may be in a busy coffee shop, but you feel in a calm state because you're feeling at peace and relaxed and, it's so good here. And that's what meditation is. And that can be mindful meditation because you're aware of what you're doing or where you're going, but it's calming you down. So remember that, Divine Masculines, if you're tapping into this, and I feel some of you are because you're here on the channel and you're cross-watching as well, it's okay to meditate your way. As long as you still your mind, you're okay. And that's really what you do during the separation. The angels want you to know this moving forward, that if the masculines seem to be ghosting you or, not communicating, it's actually because they are in some form of mindful meditation. They may not know it at the time, but they are actually receiving all the answers in that still period. So it says, listen in stillness for our guidance, which comes upon wings to your heart and to your mind and body. So the angels are always communicating with you, just like your twin is always communicating with you, and your higher self without the ego is communicating with you, not just through your mind, but through your body and your heart. So you feel these things in the physical way. That's why you go through ascension and physical symptoms and feelings, because you're connecting in all ways, not just things you hear, but things you feel, things you see and experience with your third eye as well as your physical sight. Our messages always speak of love. So this is why the angels will never really operate in that lower vibrational energy. Why? Because they don't have an ego. So why would they? So if you feel that messages coming to you are very negative, and you have this inner guidance system that lets you know when something is off or not. So if you watch a reading, for example, and it feels off to you and it's making you feel negative and it doesn't feel very good, or there's lots of swearing or low vibrational energy in there, or they're saying nasty things about the divine masculine, it's not resonating, you know that that's not coming from the place that connects with you. Because the angels want you to know that, they won't swear and they won't, be negative. They'll talk about negatives and they'll talk about how to handle these things, but they won't put you into a negative vibration. And they'll never talk badly about your twin flame, because you are one and they are also a child of God. So it's about remembering why we experience the things we do. We view you as you truly are. So remember, the angels see the masculines for how they truly are. And when I'm channeling through them, that's what I do too. And you do that too when you're out of ego, connecting with your higher self. So why would you blame them, judge them, shout at them? Because it's about focusing on compassion and empathy and understanding. Remembering everything is a learning tool. So yes, it doesn't mean you get walked over or you can't set your boundaries. It just means you see it all from a much higher place and a point of view. And we learn to do that anyway as godly beings, because we are a being created by God, because we realise that everything has a reason. Even when someone passes over, and we hate that, we don't like it as a human being because we feel vulnerable and we miss that person. But there is a reason and a plan, and it's God's plan. When my mum passed away, I was okay with it because I knew that was God's plan. And she was in a place of love, and she never leaves me. And that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't mean that I don't have moments where I don't really, I miss her so much, especially starting a new year. But I know that it's okay, and I'll be okay, and everything's okay. And she would not want me to mope around crying or being negative or feeling bad. She'd want me to live. And there's a difference between living life and living life. Living life means surviving. Living means living, enjoying, excitement, adventures, magic, the way you are as a child, seeing the life you lead through new eyes. And that's really the message coming through for this brand new year, on this brand new day, to see this journey now with fresh eyes and forgive yourself for seeing it otherwise, or forgive yourself for the past, forgive everything and feel free. So the angels see you in this beautiful way. We view you as you truly are, a completely lovable and magnificent being of light. And you are. Your light is so bright, it's seen before you are. And you are this light. That's why you do have negatives coming at you and psychic attack being thrown at you and the darkness trying to hurt you, because you are the light. A lot like Jesus. Jesus was the light and the devil was trying to knock him down and tempt him and put him into pain and, disbelief. And he didn't allow that to happen because his faith was stronger than anything thrown his way. Even when he went through his crucifixion and his struggle, he knew the truth because he was the light. And you are the light. So be the light today. We can see solutions to every seeming problem. So any problem you're going through, anything, whether it's in work, it's in your body, it's with your family, it's with your twin flame, it's anything you go through, there is always a solution. And the angels will always be able to provide you with that solution when you pray and ask for help. We're happy to guide you through the dark places in your life and then back into the light. And we're able to help you feel good about yourself and your experiences. So in other words, we are going to go through dark times, not just as a twin flame, but as a child of God, living an earthly life to learn and grow. But you know what? You get through it because that too shall pass. And the angels are there for you throughout this, helping you to recognize why we go through these things. And that's so true. If you look back at your last year or your life, why those things had to happen that way, it will begin to make perfect sense. So you may now be just realizing why you weren't coming into union in 2022, because you had so much that you learned. And now you're ready to put all of the things you learned then into practice now. So you're being reminded why things happen. We can assist you in making decisions and finding answers. So you're not alone either when you're making decisions or finding answers. The angels are with you for everything. They are with you for everything, guiding you, helping you, supporting you, loving you, wanting what's best for you, because that's God's plan. And they adhere to God's plan. We're your angels. So they are with you. You have a guardian angel, maybe 2 or 3. It depends for everyone. Usually we have 2. But you have guardian angels assigned to you. That means that's their mission to be with you. They aren't with everybody. They are just with you. They can go off at times and talk to other people's guardian angels, but they are with you. God created them that way for you. They come into this life with you. They walk with you throughout your life, and then they transition over with you. So you're not alone even in death. You're not alone in birth, and you're not alone in death. Even though people say, we leave this life on our own and we start this life on our own. And yes, we do, but we have support from the other realms. What's not seen, but it is seen and felt when you are open and aware. Like magic is seen and felt by kids because they are operating in a much higher vibration. So we, your angels, we love you unconditionally and we love you eternally. So this love goes on. Like the twin flame love goes on, it's unconditional. That means you can't demand it or put conditions on it, because love does not demand its own way. Love is able to flow and be natural, and that allows it to be everything it was born to be. It's not another being's job to make you happy. It's your job to be happy. And then another being, whether it's your twin flame or someone else you're spending time with or connecting with, a friend or a family member, enhance how you already feel. As you read these words, or as you hear these words, we're right by your side, for we're with you always. Isn't that beautiful? We're with you always. So the message for today is to know that the angels are with you always. And wow, just look at the clock. 20 minutes gone. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? And we're coming up to 2023 on the clock. So that's reminding you to be grateful and to feel acknowledged and at peace. And he says, thought for today. So this is the thought they want you to take away on this day. I remember that I am part of a team. You are. You are part of a team because you have angels with you. Think of a football team. They all work together to hit the goal. Okay? And your team of angels are with you to hit the goal, whatever that goal may be. Whether it's union or, a project you're working on, or a career goal, or, something within your physical self. Whatever it is, your angels are your team to help you hit your goals and your dreams and to manifest those things. And also you are a team with your twin flame because you are one. So start seeing that right now. Doesn't matter what's happening in the physical. You are a team. You know them, they know you. You walk with them, they walk with you. They live in you and you live in them. My angels are ready and willing to help with anything and everything if I just ask them to. So you don't have to do it on your own. Anything and everything, the small things, the big things, if you ask them, they are there. Sometimes you ask for help and you don't see results for a few days, but that's because the universe is working. Okay, the angels are working behind the scenes to create the way, to make things happen. There's a story in the Bible, okay, and I didn't read it in the Bible. I saw it on a preacher talking about this, and it really stuck in my mind, and I don't know who it is, but, back in the old days, in the Bible days, there was a man and he was asking for help. He was going through severe battles in his life, and he was asking for help, and nothing seemed to happen. And every day was that you don't really have to ask, ask once and the angels hear you. But as a human being with an ego, even though we're a spiritual being having this human experience, we do tend to continue to ask because we think, it's the way the ego works, reassurance. So we continue to ask and ask and ask. But the prayer had already been heard on the first day by Archangel Michael. But it took 40 days for the reward or the result to happen, because what he couldn't see was everything that was stopping this guy's dream from manifesting or what he wanted to happen or the resolution. Archangel Michael was working behind the scenes, fighting forces and dealing with battles, psychic battles and everything to make things right and peaceful and a harmonious resolution. And, when the archangel showed up to this guy, he said, what took you so long? And he said, it was in divine timing. You don't know what I've been through to make this happen. So remember, it's all happening behind the scenes. Take this forward into your year. Okay, if you think something isn't happening or working out, remember, if there's a rejection, there's always a redirection. It's happening a different way. So you're being reminded to be flexible and adaptable and to not take anything personally. But to remember, when you go to the theatre or you go to the cinema, but really the theatre, there's a curtain there. And as in the audience, you can only see that curtain. Behind the curtain, it's all going on. There's people running around putting the sets in place. There's actors and actresses getting dressed and preparing for the lines. There's set pieces being put up. Lighting being sorted out, music. So there's things going on behind the scenes that you, looking at the stage, can't see. So we have to look beyond the stage. Every now and again when you're in the theatre, especially when you're in the first few rows, you may see a glimpse of something happening behind. And that's your sign that things are happening behind the scenes. So the angel's saying, we're with you. All you have to do is call upon us to assist you. And remember that you will receive them and their help with gratitude. So be grateful. Be grateful for everything. Maybe this is the perfect day for you to start a gratitude journal. Think about 10 things right now that you are grateful for. Maybe you're grateful it's the new year. and you can start again, wipe the slate clean, have a fresh new beginning. And it's only, a few hours since 2022. So really, it might not feel much different in the real world, but everything's changed because you are seeing things differently. Perception creates our reality, and that's what the angels want you to know. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.